Salutations, man. This your motherfucking boy, King No Uncensored. And, it's been a lot of talk going around. A lot of people been talking. A lot of people been saying that Detroit is in discussions with Dallas to get Anthony Davis. And I'm going to be the first to tell you. I mean, I've already said this. I've probably already done a video about this before. And I'm going to say it again. Absolutely not. The Pistons should not get Anthony Davis. Why? There are a lot of reasons why. Obviously, the best ability is availability, and Anthony Davis has not been available. I don't want to get him here, right? Say we trade Harris and Ivy and 2 first-round picks. We lose a piece of our future. Our future in Ivy and the 2 first-round picks. Tobias Harris contract, I mean, it could be a similar situation when the Pistons got Blake Griffin. We possibly could get one good season out of Davis. One. Before his body completely breaks apart, because Anthony Davis is already a veteran in the game. He's already been an NBA champion, right? You know what I'm saying? And his best years may be behind him as far as health is concerned. Obviously, Davis is talented. We're not knocking that. That's not what I'm saying. It's just like, how can we get the maximum from this deal when you're out half of the regular season? Right now, what's the Dallas Mavericks record? Let's take a look at this shit. Let's be honest. Let's keep it real. Because, a lot of people don't want to keep it real, but let's keep this shit 100. Let's take a look at the NBA standings right now, ladies and gentlemen. Detroit is number 1. We're 19-5 without Anthony Davis already. Pistons is 19-5 without AD. Let's take a look into that, right? They're 19-5 without him. The Dallas Mavericks, let's take a look at where they at right now. They are 9-16, y'all. I understand that Kyrie's not there. And I think if Kyrie's playing, that team is a 500 basketball team. And if they're all healthy, they're a threat for the title. But we can't play them what if games. We can only play the what have you done with me lately game. The Mavericks are 9-16 with the number 1 overall pick and the pieces from the team that went to the championship in 2024. Yeah, you gotta remember something. The Mavericks was in the championship in 2024 when the Celtics won. You gotta think about that. Let's take a look at Anthony Davis. Let's take a look at how many games this nigga didn't play and the record with him. Let's take a look, y'all. Let's do some research. Live research at that. A lot of teams want Davis. I understand. I get it. I mean, even this season is a down season for Davis. He's only played 10 games. He's averaging just under 20 points per game and 10 rebounds per game. That's not Anthony Davis level work. Anthony Davis is 25-12. You understand me? 25-12 and 3 blocks a game. You feel me? Let's tap in, man. Let's see what we got. Shit, hell, he only played 9 games last year for Dallas. For his career, compare that to his career. He averages 24 and 11, just under 11 for his career. Let's see in the games that he played. Let's see. Okay, 3-2. Let's count how many losses that they have with Davis in the lineup in them 10 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're playing 500 basketball with Davis there. So they're 5-5 with Anthony Davis. The Pistons are 19-5 without Davis. And the Pistons see this as a good investment. Here's the Pistons' problem, and that's been their problem since their existence here. The Pistons always go after these former All-Stars. And I'm not saying that AD healthy is not a former All-Star, but we have to factor in health to describe this guy. If healthy has always been this guy. There's a reason why they call him street clothes. Because he's always wearing regular clothes. He's barely ever wearing his fucking uniform. And I'm not disrespecting Anthony Davis because I know Anthony Davis is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He has an NBA championship. He's been robbed of MVP and Defensive Player of the Year a lot of years in this league. He has. I admit that. But I'm talking about right now. We're playing a game of what have you done for me lately. We're not talking about the past. But even the past shows that this guy is never healthy. And Davis is playing 500 basketball versus a team that has won 19 out of 24 games. That says a lot. I don't care. That's a sample size. And then when Davis was out there playing, they lost in the play-in. Anthony Davis is good enough, right, to where he can take a team to the playoffs out the play-in, correct? You would think so, right? But the injury history scares me. I'm thinking about the future. Pistons want to give up 2 first-round picks and Ivy and Harris for him. Obviously, Harris is to match the contracts. Harris and Ivy would elevate Dallas. You get a young stud to be in the backcourt with Kyrie and Ivy. Ivy got game. You add a veteran like Harris. Harris has not been healthy this season either. So I understand why they're trying to do this. But, I was an advocate for Giannis to come to Detroit as well, but I changed my mind once I saw that he went down with that non-contact injury. But in my opinion, Anthony Davis is not the player that I want on Detroit, and that shouldn't be on Detroit. I would go and opt for somebody that's a little bit more reliable, because you saw what happened when Dallas traded Luka for Anthony Davis. I understand that we be giving up 2 role players and somebody that possibly has potential in Ivy and a couple of picks for a player that is, how old is he? He's 32? He's 32 years old. I mean, yes, the league is different, and Anthony Davis, possibly could play until he's 37, 38 years old. But, yes, when Davis is out there. But the problem is when Davis is out there. See what I'm saying? But me, I wouldn't do it. I would go after a more reliable player. Somebody that could play 60 to 80 games. Because I know everybody's not going to play 82 games. Today's players are just not built like that. It seems to be only Mikal Bridges and Kevon Looney are built like that these days. But this is King No None Censored, and I'm out.